For this exercise, we're going to look at making this multicolored liquid stripes effect over text. We start off in Illustrator. In Illustrator, what we do is, using the pen tool, make a number of wobbly lines. You can go left to right, you can go top to bottom, or you can go diagonally. Command Control finishes that line. And then I can create another line. For this exercise, I'm going to create 4 lines. You can create as many as you want. Again, Command click finishes that. Command click again. My last line I'll draw on top. Going a slightly different wavy path this time. How wavy or straight it is completely up to you. Once you've finished, deselect and go down to use your blend tool. Select the blend tool from the toolbox and selecting one line at a time. Click, add click, and you'll see it adds an additional line. Click, you have a new line. Click, and once again you have a new line. Go back to your toolbox and double click on the blend tool, and that will bring up the blend tool palette. Change smooth color to specific steps and type in a number which suits you. I'm going to use 15, and you can see what effect that does. If I change that to 25, the effect again is like that. I'm going to settle for 20 in between. Click OK to accept that. If at this point you want to come back and change any of the lines, you can do so. I'm just going to overlap a couple of these lines here, just to create effect. And there we go. Once you're happy with your shape, Command A on the keyboard will select everything, and Command C will copy it. Command Tab will then take you over to Photoshop. Command V to paste your smart object in Photoshop. Accept that, and you can see your swirl sits in place. Alter the size to suit your requirements, and when you're happy, click OK or Enter. Once you've done this, you need to start thinking about a color background to apply. In here, I'm going to add in my layers a colored gradient background. So with my Vector Smart Object selected, when I select my gradient background, it adds a new layer on top. In here, I'm going to go for the rainbow effect. spectrum rainbow effect here, select and OK. OK. And now in normal, at the mode, change normal to overlay. And you can see now that your black and white lines have changed to the colours of the rainbow. If you want, you can duplicate your vector smart graphic and then alter its position to give you a slightly different effect again. By going into Edit, Free Transform, you can skew and scale in order to change any shapes and perspectives you may feel necessary. Click OK, and now you can see how the wavy line is starting to take effect. The next thing we want to do is apply our text. Select from the toolbox the text, the type tool. I'm going to use impact at 150 point. Click anywhere on your page and type. At this point you should make sure that you have, or before this point you should make sure you have your colour selected. Black is my colour. You can position the text where you feel is most appropriate for you. I'm going to make it slightly bigger again, so for that I'm just going to free transform scale and scale the text up. Hit enter on the keyboard to accept. Now what I want to do is to make the text blend in with my lines and liquid effect in the background. To do this I need to make a brush. Select one of the vector layers. I can turn the others off. And with my vector layer selected, in the Windows, go to Edit and Define Brush preset. In here, name your brush. And select OK. Turn your other layers back on, and now with your text layer selected, go down to the bottom of your layer palette and add a layer mask. Make sure that the layer mask is selected. Go and select your brush from the tool palette, and then from the brush at the top of the page, select your brushes. The liquid brush that we selected earlier will be at the bottom of the list. Select it, click OK. Now you can see the shape of your brush in place. And now click over your text and you can see the rainbow effect with the brushes. Every time click, it adds a new swirl onto your text. V on the keyboard will get you out of the brush and back to the transform. And there you go. And you can see the text moves and changes colour as you move it around in relation to the rainbow or background effect that you have there. You can add more effects onto that as you wish.